An 11-year-old girl supports her household. Her greatest wish isn't for toys, nor for new clothes, but to buy a wheelchair for her paralyzed mother.
I will buy you a wheelchair. I want you to see the world outside.
The daughter's tears instantly broke the mother's heart. At an age when she should be pampered in her parents' arms, Li Qiaoyuan has already taken on the heavy burden of her family, with her father gone in an accident, and her mother bedridden. Every incredible thing she does stems from a simple, pure wish to help her paralyzed mother leave the mountains and see the world outside. This is no fairy tale. It's a movie based on a true story, with no stars and no special effects. It uses the simplest shots and the most heart-wrenching maturity to move millions to tears, perfectly illustrating filial piety and resilience. The life we take for granted might be the luxury that others are fighting with all their might to protect. Though paralyzed for years, her mother barely scrapes by doing handicraft work. Xiao Yuan wakes up early every day to buy breakfast for her mother. Afterward, she moves her mother to the yard to enjoy the sun, sets out all the essentials, and only then leaves for school.
Mom, I'm off to school. Yes. Hurry now. You're running late. Okay.
During morning exercises, Xiao Yuan kept staring at the sky because a classmate told her it was going to rain today. Hearing this, Xiao Yuan grew anxious, fearing her mother's plush toys would get soaked. Unable to wait until school ended, she rushed home, but was stopped by her teacher.
Hey, Xiao Yuan. Where are you going? School isn't over yet. How can you go home? Look, your family is going through a hard time. So you should study even harder, right?
Xiao Yuan understood her teacher's advice, but she had other things on her mind. In the end, she was called back to the classroom, but soon after, dark clouds filled the sky, thunder rumbled, and the rain began to pour. Her mother tried to move the toys inside, but she accidentally fell to the ground. The plush toys she had worked so hard on were all soaked in the rain. Meanwhile, in the classroom, Xiao Yuan was sick with worry, her eyes fixed on the window.
Oh, Yuan, come here. Come up and take a seat.
The moment the school bell rang, Xiao Yuan bolted out like an arrow from a bow. Racing home, she tripped and fell, scraping her forehead until it bled. Ignoring the pain, she scrambled up and limped the rest of the way home. Pushing open the door, she saw her mother lying in the mud, and her tears finally gave way.
Oh, look what, Patrol. Here comes Paw Patrol. There, it's okay.
Oh, the crows are calling. I heard whimpering.
There, now lift your leg.
What happens to your face? Were you in a fight? I just had a little fall. By accident. Let Mommy see. It's okay, Mom. It doesn't hurt at all.
Let me sing you a song.
Mom, I'm so sorry I'm late.
The sensible Xiao Yuan promised her mother she would run even faster next time. That evening, Xiao Yuan showed her mother the drawings she had made. The sketches captured the world outside as it changed through the day. She softly described the world outside to her mother.
This phone booth is orange and oval shaped, just like a half-peeled orange.
Yes.
You draw so well, Yuan.
One day, while Xiao Yuan was out buying groceries, she saw an old man in a wheelchair who could go to the newsstand to buy a paper all by himself. Xiao Yuan stepped forward to ask,
Could you tell me where you bought this chair?
Oh, this chair. I got it at the rehabilitation center on Jifang Road.
Thank you, Grandpa.
His words instantly ignited a spark of hope in her. With a wheelchair, Mom could finally leave the house and see the world outside. She went to the shop. The old man mentioned, but the price tag made her hesitate. 450 yuan might not seem like much to some, but for Xiao Yuan, it was an astronomical sum, yet she refused to give up. Back home, she tried to fashion a wheelchair out of an old cart, but it didn't work. To buy that wheelchair for her mother, Xiao Yuan began to save every penny. She would pick up every discarded bottle she saw. Her small frame carried the weight of a simple wish to let her mother see the world. In class that day, a girl jealous of the praise Xiao Yuan received for her drawing suddenly claimed her pen was missing, and demanded to search everyone's bags. Xiao Yuan hadn't stolen anything, but she clutched her bag tightly, terrified of the search. It wasn't a guilty conscience, but a child's last shred of dignity. For Xiao Yuan, the sting of wounded pride was far harder to endure than physical exhaustion. Fortunately, some classmates didn't mock her. Instead, while protecting her dignity, reached out with kindness and a warm smile. Their kindness was like a beam of light piercing through Xiao Yuan's gloom. Returning home after school, while her mother was fast asleep, Xiao Yuan took out her savings and counted the money over and over again. This was the hope that would let her mother see the world. The next day, Xiao Yuan went to collect their low-income subsidy. When she returned home, she found her mother sitting solemnly on the bed. She had found the money Xiao Yuan had hidden in the drawer.
Where did this money come from? Don't pick it up. Where did this money come from? I picked it up. You did then show me how you pick up another one? And this. Did you pick this up too? Tom Ruohan and Dandan gave this to me. Why would they give you this for no reason?
And now, you've even learned to lie. Refusing to let her daughter explain, the mother grabs a stick to strike her hand. She feared her daughter being wronged, but feared even more that she might go astray. Till Xiao Yuan opened her bag, revealing it was full of cans she had collected over the past few days. This sight instantly pierced the mother's heart.
I saved this by collecting cans and bottles. Please, Mom. I just wanted to buy you a wheelchair. I want you to be able to see the world outside. Mom, I really wasn't lying.
Learning the truth, the mother was overwhelmed with guilt. She felt her illness was a burden to her daughter and was tearing the family apart. She held Xiao Yuan tightly, apologizing over and over again. At an age when she should be carefree and pampered, she is instead burdened by heavy responsibilities. The mother and daughter wept in each other's arms in one of the film's most heart-wrenching scenes. Only then did the mother realize that her daughter had been silently sacrificing everything for the family. But fate dealt Xiao Yuan another crushing blow. She headed to the store with the 450 yuan she had painstakingly saved. She accidentally left the money on the bus when she got off. By the time she realized it, the bus had already driven far away. She chased the bus desperately, and the overwhelming sense of helplessness caused her tears to flow uncontrollably. Seeing her daughter's tears of regret, the mother's heart broke. Though she longed to see the world, she felt even more for her daughter's suffering. The mother didn't blame Xiao Yuan, and this setback did not break the young girl's spirit. After summer break started seeing tutoring ads everywhere, gave Xiao Yuan a new idea. She had a talent for drawing, and could teach her deskmate, or even more children, teach drawing. She first needed a room. She saw a Felice sign on a door. Oh my, honestly, she actually thought it was being given away for free. But when the landlady told her the rent was 400 yuan, her newly ignited hope was instantly dashed. Perhaps it was fate, for the next day, she happened to help a lost boy find his family, and the boy's grandparents turned out to be the landlords from the day before. When Grandpa asked why she wanted to rent the room, Xiao Yuan didn't hold back and told him the truth.
Why do you want to teach drawing?
To earn money and buy a wheelchair for my mother.
And what about your father?
He passed away from an illness. Since Mom can't walk, she has no way of seeing the world outside.
Oh, you poor child.
You're too young to teach drawing, dear. Here's 100 yuan, sweetheart. Take it and go on home. Take it. Go on. Take it, Che.
Xiao Yuan wouldn't accept the money just as she was about to leave. Grandpa stopped her and agreed to let her use the room as a classroom, and he wouldn't charge her any rent. This made Xiao Yuan overjoyed. Name Little Snail Painting House meant a lot to her. She was like a snail, though crawling slowly and carrying a heavy home. She never stopped moving toward her goal, one step at a time. With her deskmate's help, they posted recruitment flyers all over the streets. Soon parents started coming with their children to enroll, but upon finding out the teacher was just a child, the parents thought it was a joke. Facing their distrust, Xiao Yuan did her best to prove herself. Her persistence and tenacity finally touched the parents' hearts.
Excuse me. Do you know where the Little Snail Art Studio is?
The Little Snail Art Studio? See that sign up ahead? That's the one. Oh, hello.
Are you here for the painting classes too? That's right. Don't bother, it's a scam. The teacher is just a kid. Well, She is a child.
I don't think that matters. I just want my daughter to learn some independence from her.
And so, Xiao Yuan became a little teacher. She taught with the care of a little adult, being neither rigid nor harsh. Instead, she had the children introduce themselves using their brushes. Shortly after classes began, she ran into big trouble. Zhongtian, the class troublemaker, hated studying and was always acting out. Faced with such a little brat, Xiao Yuan almost gave up. Fortunately, with her mother's constant encouragement, Xiao Yuan chose to persevere. The next day, as Chu Zhongtian's father was leaving, Xiao Yuan suddenly called out to him. A classmate whispered, "The teacher is definitely going to tell on you." A moment later, the father called his son outside.
"Son, your teacher says you've made great progress. But don't let it go to your head."
It turned out, Xiao Yuan hadn't complained at all. Having been praised, Chu Zhongtian became much more well-behaved. He even took the initiative to ask to paint a portrait of teacher Xiao Yuan. The little studio was getting on track, and Xiao Yuan truly bonded with the kids. One day, she asked everyone to draw their mothers, but Chu Zhongtian seemed out of place.
Teacher, he doesn't even have a mother.
That's a lie, I do have a mother.
I hear your dad is the only one who picks you up every afternoon. How come your mother never shows up?
Anyway, I have a mother.
To cheer him up, Xiao Yuan encouraged him to draw his father. Soon a little girl tearfully told Xiao Yuan that her mother was making her quit drawing to learn the piano instead, to keep her students and prove her worth. Xiao Yuan held a special art exhibition. She invited all the parents to the classroom and let the children stand by their paintings to share their deepest wishes.
Young as they may be, beautiful dreams are buried deep within their hearts, waiting for the day they can come true.
Chu Zhongtian drew his father back then. Though they had no money, his father always had a smile beneath his mischievous exterior. He craved love and attention more than anyone. The words of another child moved her mother to tears on the spot.
My mother wants me to become a musician. I don't understand why adults are always right, while children are always wrong.
Xiao Yuan's studio might not be professional, but it's the most authentic and heartwarming place. On her mother's birthday, Xiao Yuan bought a cake with her hard-earned money, only for it to be crushed during a scuffle among her classmates. Looking at the smashed cake, Xiao Yuan broke down in tears. To her, those dozen-odd yuan were a fortune. But determined to get a cake for her mother, she returned to the shop once more. But when she went to surprise her mother, she found her classmates there with gift gifts, apologizing to her in their own special way. Hearts of these children had long been quietly touched by Xiao Yuan's kindness. However, the good times were short-lived. Officials from the education department arrived since Xiao Yuan was under 18 and lacked teaching qualifications. The little snail art studio was forced to close.
I am telling you, hiring child labor is a violation of the law.
Sir, ma'am, please don't blame Grandpa Wang. He's a good man.
Little girl, we are already aware of your situation. According to the regulations, you must apply for a social force schooling permit from the education department. You can only operate the school after receiving official approval. So this art studio must be closed.
But I need to save money to buy a wheelchair for my mother. I promise I will be a good teacher. Please just let me keep teaching, I beg you.
Child, we understand your intentions, but rules are rules. You are a very sensible girl. I hope you can understand our position too, okay? You have 3 days to shut it down.
This sudden blow came like a bolt from the blue for Xiao Yuan. The last class, she fought back tears to say goodbye to the children, returning every single cent of the tuition fees. The art studio was gone. But the story didn't end there. Her story was reported by the media, drawing help from kind people across society. Not only did she get the brand new wheelchair for her mother, as she wished, but her ordinary, yet profound filial piety also warmed countless hearts. Through her own hard work, Xiao Yuan finally realized her small wish. The film features no grand scenes or complex plots. Instead, with the most authentic and simple emotions, it portrays a child's resilience in the face of adversity, the deep bond between mother and daughter, and the warmth of social kindness. It teaches us that filial piety is priceless and persistence is precious. No matter how small a wish, it can still blossom into great love. This is a deeply educational film, a real tearjerker that leaves you with a warm heart.